What's up, you guys? Welcome to my first video. This is my start. This is me publishing content because there has been a lot on my mind over the last few years and I think this could help many people out. Sorry for the unprofessional setup. I'm here in Mexico in a hostel right now, so that's why I'm filming it on the beach with my pelican friends here in the background. I don't know if you see them. But yeah, I'm not here to keep you hostage, so let's dive right into the video. I am Julian, I am 21 years old, and this is my vision for my future. I am creating a community of digital nomads who all live and travel around Europe. We all value socializing and working together because we believe in the power of being together, working together, sharing ideas, brainstorming, and meeting up from time to time. We believe in the future of earning your money online, and in summer we live in the northern parts of Europe, and in the winter we meet up in places like Italy, Spain, and work together from there. Now you're probably wondering, okay, who the fuck is this 21-year-old German dude living in Mexico right now? And for this I think I'm gonna sit down. I will first give you an introduction of myself. Whoa, nearly slipped. And after that, I'm going to tell you how I will achieve. So here's my story. I'm Julian. I would describe myself as a curious and ambitious person. Not like most people who I think have lost their curiosity as child, like every child has it. I think I haven't lost it. And ever since I can remember, I've been looking for better ways to do things, and especially I've been obsessed with finding a better way of living. And so when I was around the age of 16, I had a bit of a meaning crisis, and I didn't really was content with how I spent my time. I knew some things. For example, I didn't want to spend the rest of my life scrolling on social media and wasting my life away like this. This eventually led me to starting some side hustles, many of them online. I was investigating the online business, and I ended up doing a 5-month internship at an e-commerce startup who's selling on Amazon. And at 19 I was then also starting my own e-commerce brand, selling on Amazon. But the business isn't really something I'm passionate about. I'm literally selling mailboxes on Amazon, but it was, and it still is. I'm still doing it. It's a great experience to learn, especially also as your first business. And I kind of learned during the last 2 years that kind of every business model works if you just put in the hours. So you kind of consistency is the most important thing. But how do you stay consistent? It's about finding the key metric of what do you love so much to do that you could do it every day or every week. I always had that problem of consistency besides my dual study degree I'm doing, of being consistent with working on my business because it's not something I'm passionate about. But I learned from Sam Ovens that if you can stick to something over a long period of time, every business model works. And when he got asked, okay, how are you able to work so hard and put in so many hours each day? He got confused when he got asked this question. What do you mean with working hard? I'm doing the things I love, so I have the opposite problem. For me, it's hard not to work on my business, for example, because he loves it so much. And that really stuck with me. Back to how I ended up here. Because of all this prior experience, internship, my own business, it led me to a dual study degree at Amazon. And since then, I've been working in places like AWS, Prime Video, and the retail marketplace side of Amazon. And you can see more of this on my LinkedIn if you want to check it out. Over the last few years, I faced then multiple problems like inconsistency, wanting to start businesses but not being passionate about the one I'm doing, having this shiny object syndrome of, doing something else, finding, okay, what do I want to do with my life? I want to do meaningful work, something that is fulfilling to me, that feels natural and authentic to me, is really fulfilling and gives me so much energy that I want to work on it all the time. I have a flaming desire and passion to do the work, and ideally I can do it for years or maybe until the end of my life. So that's what I've been searching for. We live in the age of abundance where we don't have to fit into one career anymore. There's plenty of jobs out there, and it's most likely that for most people this is true, that your character, your strength, weaknesses, what you value doesn't really fit into one job, because there's companies and employers who all have their goals, desires, things they want to do, and that there's a match between you, your character, strength, what you're uniquely good at, and everything of the goals of the employer. That's just very unlikely. And most people feel this. Most people feel that there's not a real match between their character and their job they are doing. So work should be an extension of yourself, in my opinion, and not something where you have to mold your character 180 degrees, so that in the end you are not happy because you don't feel authentic in your job, the job doesn't feel natural, and there are all sorts of problems that come with. I love this quote by Einstein, which says, "We cannot solve our problems with the same mind we used to create them." So what I did, I deepened my self-awareness, I developed more clarity, and basically upgraded my 2020 vision, baby. And yeah, so how did I solve all of these problems? What is the solution to this? This conclusion might now hit you out of nowhere, but I will explain it further down the road. To achieve anything or create your dream life, the main thing is just you doing the work consistently. So it all depends on you. So if you love what you're doing and it aligns with your values, your personality, your character, and it's easy to do the work because you love doing it, then you basically figured out life. And so because of this conclusion, what you work on is way more important than working hard. Val, one of the greatest modern thinkers of our time, in my opinion, said that if you want to create a life of location, time and financial freedom, you need to pick a game with high leverage, accountability and scalability. Now, what allows all of this? What did I came up with, and what am I going to talk about on this channel? It is an authentic personal brand around the things you love. What clicked for me was that a personal brand just basically is you. Every human on earth has a personal brand. I have a personal brand with the people in my hometown. I have a personal brand with the people here in Mexico, with every new person I meet. So every human has a personal brand. Some just choose to get monetized for it. And so I document now this process because I also want to get monetized for building a personal brand. And I realize no matter what I'm gonna do in the future, if I build a business and it fails, or do whatever kind of project, if I document it, I will always create value with it. And an authentic personal brand, is you. So it's the one thing in life I can't fail at. Because, if my business fails, projects fails, there's still going to be me at the end of the day. So for me, the conclusion was, yeah, personal brand just makes the most sense out of everything to pursue. Now, we live in the area of the internet where the internet has broadened the possibility space of new possible careers to a kind of infinite amount. And most people haven't figured this out. That's why I'm telling you this message right now, because you can choose kind of every niche interest you have and build a community around it. And you then kind of only need, let's say, 1,000 people who pay you $10 a month to have a 10,000 a month business around the niche interest or topic you want to talk about. Why do I think this is the future of work and entrepreneurship? And why does this also work as a way to earn your living too? Because, you can create things you love, and if no one sees it, then you also have to get money. That's just how our world works. So a personal brand has insane leverage. For example, if a podcaster produces or does 1 hour of work on a podcast, the leverage he could get is 1 view or 1 million views. But if you're compensated by your time, like in my regular job, 1 hour of work is in my contract, I get compensated to it, there's no leverage. Also, a personal brand has accountability. What I'm doing right now and what I will do in the future, if I start a project and a business and it fails, it's my responsibility. I am accountable, and you actually gain a lot of power by doing this if you're able to fail publicly. And the third point, which Naval thinks is important, is scalability. And of course, a personal brand also has this. For example, Mr. Beast writes one script of a video, does the video, and then this script can get translated into all of the languages. So he just has to do the 5 hours of work for the script, and then it scales to the moon basically. But more important than this, and why I think it's the future of work is, and why it will stick around forever, is because it's just human nature. A personal brand, you rather watch other humans because you can trust them, there's an emotional connection, and you don't want to just watch a soulless corporation. For example, that's why billion-dollar companies like Amazon, for example, are investing so much into not being a soulless corporation. The CEO of Amazon Germany, Rocco, he's literally now an influencer. When I'm on LinkedIn and working, I literally think, okay, when the fuck does this guy actually work? Because he posts all day. But, Amazon Germany now is investing to not being a soulless corporation. Of course, everybody knows the creator economy, influencers and educational creators, like everything is booming. But the point I'm making is it's all about human nature and emotions. That's what I, for example, also noticed in my business. It's way smarter to build an audience than to just build a faceless product no one cares about, has no face behind it. So the new way of entrepreneurship is always building in public. So whatever you do, even it's like a boring ass product like mine, it's way smarter to just document it from the start, share your learnings, and this way you're instantly building something insanely valuable like an audience too. There's a trend of influencers or creators creating brands, and this trend will shift more in this direction because it's way more important now where people put their attention, because the attention economy is getting more valuable every day. It now only matters where people put their attention, because that's ultimately where they're gonna buy. And they're not gonna watch some soulless corporations, because human nature is we rather watch people. We rather do trade and do all things with people because we trust them, because we know them. That's why we follow so many creators on all the social channels or in the internet in general. And in a world where nearly everybody can produce anything, like only the attention now matters. That's why there's this trend of the one who has the attention, aka the creator, is creating then the brand and not the other way around, because this is becoming way more valuable. And you will see that this works because I'm basically turning myself into a real-life case study of this exact process, because I think this is the future of entrepreneurship and the future of work in general in like 50 to 100 years. So why not start it with this right now? What I'm always asking myself is, how do you make this then as enjoyable as possible? You want to get wealthy while working on the things you love, talking to the people you love, serving the people you love, and just in general create a great life. So the people who follow you on this journey you decided to pursue will have the similar goals, desires, problems, values, and this will then create a community of like-minded people when you start with documenting your journey. Whenever we have a desire, there's a set of problems that come with it, because otherwise our desires would be fulfilled instantly, but that's not how life works. So for example, with my vision, there's many problems I have to face, like building the community, building the YouTube channel, my following on Twitter, growing my income to actually then live and travel around Europe and work with other digital nomads. My job then is to help my audience achieve their desires and goals with less time and less errors. So my income will be in proportion to how good I am at solving these problems, or another way to put it, how good I am in creating value for my specific type of audience. And you see what I did there is, I decided on a thing I want to do, like my vision for my community. I decided on a goal, documented the process, create value. Eventually I will sell the solution, and boom, out of nowhere I created a career path that is uniquely designed for me, by me, and 100% fits my character because it is aligned with my values, what I want to do, what goals I am having, what desires. So this is the future. In this process you will build a community of like-minded people who have similar interests, similar values. You love talking to them because you connect on cool things, and thereby I think you're just creating a great life because your work is around the thing you love, and you talk only to people you love serving, and eventually also sell a product which is around the thing you like talking about. And you could of course do it the hard way by just writing online on a blog, for example, but with AI and everything, this is slowly getting out of the meta, and so you're kind of want to do it the easy way with a personal brand, with it's way more human, like I explained with human nature in the beginning. So yeah, my recommendation is start out with a personal brand and not with just a blog. Like I started on Twitter to gain the experience of publishing, but I think a personal brand is the way to. To summarize, if you focus on your unique strength and weakness, your interest and specific knowledge, you can create an optimal career path uniquely designed by you, for you, based on what you are passionate to write and talk about. There's also probably more things coming to your head. Okay, now I kind of get what you're saying, but this is not a real job, so I'm not 100% sure how do I earn money with this, how does this really work? problems you might encounter are, yeah, but this wouldn't work for me, I'm not really different, I don't have anything interesting to share, to say. And this is actually what one of my longest videos on this channel will be about. So I think I have figured myself out at a quite young age, and I think this video is also life-changing. And if you don't want to miss it, on how do you find yourself, who you are, what are your unique interests, strengths, passions, then subscribe, stick around, subscribe so you don't miss this video. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.